Hi crafters, this is Raquel with Paints and Glitter, and today I'm coming along with a quick card video. I'm going to share with you a few cards that I've been working on and what I used. To begin, I did use some stamps from Stamp Club sets that Tonic Studios recently had on their vault sale. This is a stamp club that you can either pick up every month if you wish to do so, but you don't have to sign up for any automatic shipments or anything like that. They typically come with a full set of stamps and dies, and I'm going to share with you the first one here. Backgrounds and Borders stamp set. So from this set here, I did use these two stamps here at the bottom. They have like a chevron type of design, and then this one with little boxes that are different sizes. I also use the solid stripe, and I think that is it for that stamp set. And then I did use from the dies that coordinate the word friend, which is down here. You'll see that in a moment. And then I use these circular dies here that cut into the background, and then I did use this border so that I could cut them out, as well as this piece up here, which matches the chevron slightly. It's not exactly the same, but really cool set. Wonderful for either feminine or masculine cards. So this is one that I'll be revisiting very soon. The next one that I used was this one here, Sunshine and Sunflowers. I did share this, I think, in a live video, but I think in that video I actually made the card, if I'm not mistaken. So if I find the link, I'll go ahead and put it down below. But I did use all of the flower stamps, two of the little bees, the leaf, and I think maybe I used both leaves. I can't remember. I'll show you in a moment. And then I also stamped the "You've Got This" sentiment. And I don't have the matching dies for this one, but for the other cards I did use this set here that I recently had gotten also from the vault sale. And this one I ended up getting from the UK because it was no longer available in the US. And it's called Scenic Sentiments, and I had my eye on this for quite a long time. And I was so happy that it did go on sale during the vault sale so that I could pick it up. Because I don't think it was listed for a while. This does come with 4 different sets here that you can use for card bases, and then it also comes with the rectangle that you can cut out your card with, and then 8 different sentiments. I was just counting those there. It also comes with separate dies that you could just use on their own. You'll see that how I use this one here. It comes with these leaves that I also used, and it's a set of 3, so I did use all 3 of those. And then the sentiments read "Thank you." I did use that one. "Just for you," "Sending love," "Thinking of you," "Best wishes," "Relax," "For you," and "Enjoy." So I'm going to share with you how I used that one. Here's the one that I stamped. Here I stamped it in green with that chevron looking stamp. Then I stamped it with the solid version of that in blue, and I did use Ranger Oxide inks for that to make it all cohesive. And then here's that stripe that I stamped. I striped it in blue, or I'm sorry, I stamped it in blue and then in orange to match, of course, the other colors. And then here's the other one that I stamped kind of parallel, of course, all of it is, in the orange. And then here's the sentiment "Friend." So what I did was that I cut into that orange paper, and I used this background piece rather than the individual letters, layered those onto blue cardstock. And then here are the 3 circles that I cut out using that different textured dies. But then on top of that, if you see there, I did heat emboss all of them, and then I put little gemmies in the center. And then the "Congratulations" is also from Tonic Studios. It's just from a different set that I forgot to share. This is all on Tonic Studios cardstock, and then on the inside I just did a white matte. And then this is a really thick 110-pound black cardstock that I picked up. And I use that for most of my bases, I think, with the exception of maybe one. So here's the one with the sunflowers. I had a lot of fun making this card. I went ahead and I do think I did a live video, but I did dry embossing, die cutting. I did all the stamping and coloring of all these flowers, and then the little bees I did heat emboss. So there's one here, and then one here that I layered. Once I heat emboss those, here's the little sentiment, "You've got this." And then off camera, this is what I did. I did some little Nuvo drops in different textures and colors, and I kind of just made some of them a little bit more messy than others. And the splatter I did also using Nuvo products. So the background here is all colored with Nuvo product and maybe Distress Oxides. I really cannot recall at this point. And then on the inside, I do think I finished this off camera. I added the little flowers, and then here, using a different set of dies, I added the little slits so that you could actually put a gift card inside of here, and it'll slip right under there. And there's another little slit under here as well. But I thought that was really cool that you could add that into a card and then write your message up here. So that was fun to do. Then the next one that I made, which I just finished today, I'll show these two, which I really liked. And this is the one that showcases kind of like the door and window and the little Monstera, I think is the name of that. Ooh, and I forgot to adhere this, so yeah, okay. I need to finish the inside of this one. I didn't realize that. So I had a lot of fun because both of these, they have vellum. So I do have, for this one, I made it quite differently than that one. I did the layer that cuts all of this intricate cutting of the door and the curtain and all of that. I cut it out of olive green paper, and then I did insert back into it the little pieces that look to be like the wood, maybe table, and also the pot for the plant. And I did color those in. They were initially white cardstock, just like the curtain, but I colored those using alcohol markers as well as pencils from Tonic Studios. And then on here, I just did a very slight shading using an alcohol marker for the white curtain. On the leaves, I also used a glitter marker, which was peppermint cream. I used that one, and then I mixed it with lemon drizzle for the leaves here. And then I did use a clear Nuvo drop. It's not this one, but it's one that's just clear. And I added the little drops there. Maybe you can see that when I tilt it. And then, of course, this is vellum. And then behind that is the same exact cut out portion. All I did was sandwich the vellum in between, and that way it made it a bit more sturdy. Behind that is the holographic paper, and then the Craft Perfect paper, and that gorgeous blue. It's almost like a teal blue, and then that's on the black cardstock. And then I did do the similar color blue, because behind this vellum is actually this color blue cardstock. And that way it made it look like outdoorsy, I think, with that really beautiful kind of sky blue color. This one, on the contrary, all it has is one panel of the white onto the vellum, and then both of those are adhered onto that darker blue. Actually the opposite color combination from this one, minus the olive green paper, so I hope that makes sense. Then here I colored, of course, the leaves differently, and if you see the sparkle there, hopefully you can see some of it when I tilt the card. The sparkle in the background here on the vellum is actually, that came from a Nuvo mica mist, and this is actually a sample size, but they do sell them in these larger bottles like this one. This color is pampas grass, and it is stunning. It's such a pretty color. So I did spray the vellum first, and then I adhered the panel on top of it, and then I also had the little leaves laying on the vellum when I sprayed it. So all of the leaves got a little bit of that spray. Once the leaves were dry, I used pressed olive Nuvo Aquaflow pen to color them in, just very lightly. And then I also used the glitter gloss pen just for the sentiment that says thank you. And so that's only on the white paper that I used. I did cut out this piece here also from holographic paper, and then I inlaid all of those pieces there to give that door a different look. So of course, once you see the difference in coloring. You see how very contrasted they are one from another. So you can get very different looks using just a different color there, and whether you paper piece the curtain or not, you can get an entirely different look there also. And I had a lot of fun doing that. Then this one here is the one with the hibiscus flower. So I did cut the panel entirely out of black. I also layered it onto vellum, but I cut away the pieces that I didn't want behind. Onto that vellum, what I did is I colored it using the Brilliantly Vibrant colored pencils from Tonic Nuvo. These were made available in the last Tonic craft kit. So if you pick that up, you'd be able to do this technique. All I did was use the yellow pencil included for the flowers, all three of them, and then I layered on top of it the orange, and that's it. And then here I used the two green pencils included in that kit, and I did use a more bluish green pencil on top of that as well for the leaves. And then here you see that standalone hibiscus, that flower that you can use from that kit, and I just used it there in the center in the holographic paper. Then up here I used the For You. On top of that sentiment I used the Urban Graphite glitter marker, and so that has a bit of shine on it and it's very reflective. And I did use an antique Nuvo drop in that pretty orange color right up there, and all of that is on this gorgeous pearlescent orange paper, which is then layered onto that teal blue paper as well. And I just have the little green panel here, and I still have to add my white panel there for writing, but I'm really pleased with that color combination and how pretty it all looks. And last but not least, I did this one here, which I did cut out of the black cardstock. I also layered that onto white cardstock that I then cut out and paper pieced. On that white cardstock, I did use embellishment mousse, and I combined two different color blues. I can't recall right now which ones they were, but I did layer the two different color blue embellishment mousses onto that paper, just rubbed it really nicely, blended it, and I got that color there. And then up here on the head of the peacock and this little part here, I used glacier paste, and that glacier paste was this one here in Mambo Melon is this color here. So that's what I used on the little head and the feather there. And then over here I used a Nuvo drop just to color in these lighter blue feathers. And as you can see, I did drop some other colored Nuvo drops here just to pop that pink from the background there. And I also used triple thick embossing powder for the sentiment that says thank you, and that is really nice and layered. I did triple layer that sentiment as well, and all of that is onto that holographic paper in the background, which really helps make it shine. And all of that is on top of a linen white cardstock. And I just have to add a little sentiment. I'm good to go on the inside there. But this was a lot of fun. I was able to use a lot of different products here to create these cards. It was a bit time consuming, but well worth it, I think, because you can definitely get out all of the colors that you like, all of the different layering techniques that you enjoy. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and I'll be happy to share. And I hope that you enjoy this content, that you give a thumbs up and a comment if you want to just leave me feedback. And as I always say, I hope that you can be inspired and be blessed. And I thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.